Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamond for Monday, May 6th. I am Drew Martin, breaking out the slated games on today's card. Let me know in the comments where you agree, where you disagree, what you're looking to bet on today's card. All is welcome. It helps me out with the algorithm, guys. Smash that like button if you're liking the content. We got first game up. It's an early start, 4:05 in Philadelphia. It's the San Francisco Giants and the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies going with Zach Wheeler on the hill, commanding a minus 185 price tag. Total of 8. They're slated against Mason Black and the Giants. You can see why the Phillies going off as a heavy favorite. Guys, this is the number one record in baseball. 24-11. They've won 16 of their last 19 games. This lineup is hot, and they got Zach Wheeler on the hill. His last 3 starts, 1 earned run in all 3 starts. The other 2 starts, 0 runs allowed. He's got 52 strikeouts on the season. He's a guy I'm looking to bet on. Mason Black, if you haven't heard of him for the Giants, he's making his MLB debut. Always a tricky handicap. You know how these young kids do first time out in the show. You know, you can make the argument that, nerves play an issue. I think you can't definitely make that argument, but you could also make the argument, not a whole lot of information out on him. So it could actually help the pitcher. He's a 24-year-old, 6'3", 240-pounder, 3rd-round draft pick in 2021 out of Lehigh. In his 6 AAA starts this season, 24 innings, 3 earned runs, 29 strikeouts. He's actually averaged more than a strikeout per inning in his minor league stats, in his progression up, low A, high A, double A, and triple A. That tends to be a little sticky, making the jump up to MLB level. The only thing is he's going against the Phillies lineup. Phillies are a one-way team for me right now, guys. And with Wheeler on the hill, I would lay the juice here with the Phillies in the first game up on Monday. We got next one up, heading to Cleveland for the Detroit Tigers and the Cleveland Guardians, AL Central matchup, 6:10 Eastern. We got the Detroit Tigers going with Jack Flaherty on the hill. Tristan McKenzie, the slated starter here for the Guardians, commanding about a minus 120 price tag, in between minus 115, minus 120 as we're shopping around here. It's the Guardians 22-12 on the season, winning 2 straight. McKenzie on the hill. He's had 1 bad start. That was against the Yankees. He's been pretty solid otherwise. He's 6'5", tall, thin, throws hard. Guy I like to bet on. Looking to do so again here. He's up against Jack Flaherty. And the Tigers are 18-16 on the season, although they did just get swept by the Bronx Bombers. And if you're wondering kind of like me looking at this game, why Cleveland is just laying a short price tag here, it's because of the starter for Detroit. Flaherty, 6.2 innings his last time out and had 14 strikeouts. 6.2 innings, that's 18 plus 2. That's 20 at-bats, 20 outs. And he struck out 14 guys. The odds makers, the betting market in baseball loves that when a guy gets high strikeouts. He only gave up 2 hits as well. So that combination always going to get respect in the marketplace. He's a guy with a 50-5 strikeout walk ratio already this season. So it's always tough going against the guy that's kind of commanding that much respect, that many strikeouts. I think Cleveland, their bats, they're good, bat to ball. They don't strike out too much, and they get a bullpen edge here. So, hey, listed McKenzie as the starter. I think the price is short here. Detroit not playing very good baseball right now after that hot start, just getting swept by the Yankees again. I think Cleveland's the side here, guys. Get them as low as minus 116 at home. We'll lay the 16 cents with the Guardians. Next one up, we'll head to Wrigley for the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. It's Yu Darvish versus Justin Steele, the lefty, going for the Cubbies. Minus 115, that's the Cubs at home. I'm seeing a 7 flat as the total, but a lot of sports books not out as I'm talking the 4 a.m. Eastern hour, breaking down the card like a true degenerate here. 7:40 Eastern start time here. It's the Padres, winners of 4 of their last 5 games. They're now just a game under 500 since that tough start. Darvish has been good. His last time out, 5 innings, 0 earned runs against Cincinnati. He did face the Cubs and had a rough start. He went 3 innings, 4 earned runs, 4 hits, 3 walks. It was a few times, it was on April 8th. So he's had a couple starts since then. So I actually think he bounces back here. He's up against Justin Steele, who's making his first start since I believe opening day. Maybe it was the second day of the season, all the way back in March. He was out with a hamstring injury. He did make one rehab start in the minors, went 3.1 innings, did give up 6 hits. A little bit alarming there with 4 strikeouts. I don't know if I'd kind of hold it against him too much in a rehab start, although I don't know that he goes too deep into this game. And there's a big bullpen edge towards the Friars. So I actually think San Diego here catching a plus price, plus 105. I think we get the better lineup. We get the better bullpen. And Darvish has been solid. So I'll go with the San Diego Padres. Remember, they got Luis Arraez now in that lineup. He started off hot since that trade from the Miami Marlins. So catching plus 105 here, risk 100 to win 105 on the underdog Padres in Wrigley Field. We got 7:40 Eastern up next. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Minnesota Twins. It's Luis Castillo, the starter for the M's, up against Woods Richardson, I believe, for the Twins. Total of 8, minus 125. That is the Seattle Mariners as the favorite. 19-15 on the season. And the Minnesota Twins, 19-14. After their rough start, they had that 12-game win streak. The thing here, guys, is they lost yesterday on Sunday. So a lot of times when a team, wins double-digit games and then loses, you'll see the market kind of bet against them. And there's a reason why in baseball, because any player that was going to get a day off is likely going to get it here. So they might not be out with their kind of A-plus lineup talking about the Twins. Going up against Luis Castillo, he's been great. 2 earned runs in his last 20 innings pitched. That includes 3 starts against the Atlanta Braves, the Texas Rangers, and a mile high against Colorado. Another one where I think we get a slight bullpen edge towards the M's. Let's go listing Luis Castillo and the Seattle Mariners minus 123 is the low water mark right now. We've got 7:45 Eastern up next. New York Mets, St. Louis Cardinals. It's Sean Manaea versus Kirk Gibson going for the Redbirds. Minus $1.25, minus 125. That's the Cardinals is the home favorite. Total of 8 in this one. Sean Manaea, 6 starts. He had 1 bad start, 5 solid starts. His walk's a little bit high, but 3 road starts, just 3 earned runs total. So for whatever reason, he's kind of pitched well on the highway. The Mets did just get swept by the Tampa Bay Rays, not hitting very well, but a lot of teams sometimes don't hit very good in Tropicana. Now being in St. Louis, maybe that changes. The Cardinals, 15-19 on the season. They also have not been playing very good baseball coming in, losing 4 of their last 5. Their last 2 against the Chicago White Sox as heavy favorites, so they've been burning some cash here. Gibson, solid overall. His last 3 starts, 19 innings total, just 1 earned run in each. The former first-rounder out of Missouri has had a heck of a career here. This is a tough one overall, guys. I think St. Louis, though, struggling against southpaws. Their numbers against lefties are not good. I think that they have trouble offensively, and I think the Mets find a way to get it done. So get them plus 110. That's risk 100 to win 110 on the underdog Mets here in St. Louis. Moving down the list, we'll go ahead to PNC. If you can't see it in my background, that is PNC Park with the Pittsburgh Pirates hosting the LA Angels. 6:40 Eastern in this one. Tyler Anderson, the lefty, going for the Halos. Mitch Keller, the slated starter for Pittsburgh, minus 140 price tag. That's a pretty expensive price on the Pirates, who have not been playing all that great of baseball. Offensively, they're struggling. They're just 16-19 on the season. It is a total of 8 in this one. But the thing here is the Angels have not been playing great baseball either, losing 4 of their last 5, 8 of their last 10. They're just 12-22 on the season. Some of their bigger bats kind of banged up right now, including Mike Trout. Anderson, good numbers overall. His walk's a little bit high. But, guys, I just think this one, I don't see either of these 2 offenses really lighting it up. I know each pitcher isn't great shakes overall, but it's a pitcher's ballpark at night, total of 8. I see this one finishing like 4-1, 3-2, something of that nature. I think we stay under in PNC. So let's go Angels and Pirates under the total of 8. Got 2 more for you. We got a West Coast matchup as well for the late night special here. Drew's Daily Diamond going daily here on the Wager Talk YouTube channel. Next one up, Kansas City Royals, Milwaukee Brewers, 7:40 Eastern. It is Bryce Wilson versus Reagans, the lefty, going for the Royals. Royals commanded a minus 140 price tag, total of 8 here. Wilson, the starter for the Brewers. He's starting in this game. He's pitched some of his appearances from the bullpen, so kind of a quasi starter here. Good numbers, 6 innings last time out, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts against the Rays. Reagans, this is a guy I'm looking to bet on, guys. Southpaw, he had 1 bad start against Baltimore, but outside of that, his numbers look really good. Last time out was against the Toronto Blue Jays in a situation where he was going back-to-back starts against the same lineup in the Jays, who, by the way, hit lefties very well. Well, he went just short of 12 innings, giving up 2 earned runs in both contests. That's 2 earned runs combined, 13 strikeouts, and only 7 hits. So I think he's throwing really good right now. When you watch him throw, he's a guy that you can see having a very good career. Kansas City has cooled off a little bit. Milwaukee 12-13. I don't love going against the Brewers, but they've struggled against southpaws here. So I think Reagans gets a really good start. And the 40 cents, let's go minus 140. Kansas City Royals at home. Again, guys, appreciate everybody chiming in the comments below. It does help us out. And if you're liking the content, smash the like button. I am Drew Martin. You can find experts picks, wagertalk.com. Got one more game for you here. It is the Texas Rangers and the Oakland A's. Do want to give a shout out to the comments in the last video on Friday, asking me to recap the previous video. So I'll do that now. On Fridays, we did go 3-3, losing 74 cents in juice. So kind of, hey, same amount of winners as losers, but unfortunately, that's what happens when you bet a heavy favorite like we recommended on the video. So we did lose 75 cents on the Friday video, going 3-3. But for the last game here, Texas Rangers, Oakland A's, AL West matchup, 9:40 Eastern, 6:40 local time. It's Andrew Heaney, the slated starter for the Rangers, and Alex Wood. Battle of lefties here. Wood going for the A's. Total of 8, minus 130. That's the Rangers as the road favorite. Rangers have won 2 straight, scoring 18 runs in the process, and they got Heaney on the hill, over a 5 ERA for the season, but his last time out, 7 innings, 1 earned run, 0 walks in each of his last 2 starts. So he's right around the plate. That's where you want your pitcher when you're looking to bet on him. And up against the A's here, they've been playing good baseball, winning 6 of their last 7. They're now just a game under 500, cashing some as underdogs. They're not getting too big of a price here, guys. And at first, it's kind of alarming. Like, uh-oh, is the market telling us something? That's why it's not going too heavy plus price on the A's. I don't know, though. I mean, Alex Wood, he's a guy that's been pitching in MLB for over a decade now. And when you go look at his numbers, his velocity, they're down a lot. I mean, he's throwing like 88, 90 miles per hour. Year to date, he has 31 innings. He's given up 45 hits. So that's like a hit and a half an inning. That's not very good. That's not sustainable at this level. Plus his walk rate is pretty high. So I think this Rangers lineup is going to get after him. And Heaney, that good pitching performance last time out, I think he's able to carry it over. Don't love going against the A's because they've been playing good baseball. But guys, I'm going to go with the Texas Rangers here. List Heaney as the starter. Let's go in the first 5. Let's stay away from that Athletics bullpen. Let's go Rangers first 5 to end it on the West Coast. Again, guys, Drew Martin, Drew's Daily Diamond. We'll be back for Tuesday action. Smash that like button, cash those tickets. Thanks for tuning in.